What's up, Commanders fans? Let me tell you why us getting Wes Welker was really a good idea. And not just for the team, but specifically for Deebo Samuel. Why this was a good move for him was because in so many ways, Wes Welker can relate to Deebo Samuel and the fact that they work together in San Francisco. And then, it's so many ties that Wes Welker has, not just with Deebo, but also Cliff Kingsbury and also Adam Peters. Because during his time in San Francisco as a wide receivers coach, Adam Peters was in the front office. And also, Wes Welker and Cliff Kingsbury played together in college. And during this time in college, Wes Welker was also a runner back and a wide receiver. Stay with me. He wasn't the best runner back, but he had experience in that, right? Now, fast forward, take that to Deebo Samuel, a guy that plays wide receiver and runner back, right? He is much better than Wes Welker was at running back, but he is close to being or has the possibility to reach that full potential that he wants to be at wide receiver, with Wes Welker helping him along the way. And a while ago, Deebo was on the podcast, and on that podcast, he talked about how Wes Welker was just so relatable, and he made things easy, especially when it came to the installs, because he felt like Wes Welker was easy to understand and was able to help him catch on quickly. So think about how that's going to aid in him learning Cliff Kingsbury's offense. So this is one of those things that a lot of guys underestimate, especially the people who watch the game of football. You don't understand why your player is not starting. The reason is he doesn't understand the playbook, or he doesn't understand his role completely. And to have somebody come in and help aid you in that and make the process faster for you is everything you need. And to have that be a guy that has played in the league at a high level and at your position is even better to learn from. Of course, you need those guys in your locker room, in your wide receiver room, specifically if we're talking about Deebo Samuel. But you also need those guys that coach you. I want a coach that's been through it to coach me. This is the reason why Jaden Daniels has a Marcus Mariota in his locker room, because there are some of the things that Dan Quinn cannot teach Jaden Daniels. Some of the things that Cliff Kingsbury cannot teach Jaden Daniels. Sometimes you have to have somebody that's been through it. And, of course, Cliff Kingsbury has been a quarterback at one point, but he wasn't as successful as Jaden Daniels, or he wasn't as polished as Jaden Daniels, or he just don't remember every single thing. And when you have a wide receiver that's a coach that understands, okay, when I do this certain movement, I know I only have this amount of steps that I can add to it, versus a coach who hasn't been in your shoes or played at your level or wasn't as successful as you were or are, it makes a huge difference. Wes Welker is not just anybody. This is a guy who played with Tom Brady, passing him the ball. And to be exact, Wes Welker went to the Pro Bowl 5 years in a row when he played with the Patriots. And Wes Welker ain't just anybody. He's been to the Super Bowl multiple times, 2 with the Patriots and 1 with the Seattle Seahawks. He led the league 3 years at receptions. And he was one of those guys known for playing in the slot and being really good at it. And he played in the league for a very long time. Not too many people can say they played in the league for 12 years. He can. And you got to think about how much comes with 12 years of experience in the league at the wide receiver position. So whatever you got to tell Deebo, he's listening. And Deebo already spoke about how helpful and beneficial it was to have him in his locker room. Just imagine what happened to Deebo when Wes Welker left and went to Miami to be a wide receiver coach. You got to see what happens when he's not there. When he's not there, his production drops. His numbers get lower. He's not as productive. And, that can be blamed on injury and everything else. But we're going to see firsthand, because Not only is Deebo learning this system, but also Wes Welker is trying to learn this system that Cliff Kingsbury has. But to have somebody like Wes Welker is going to help him speed up. It's going to help him learn the offense even more. And of course, he got this whole entire offseason to learn it, but this is even better for his growth. And not just him, but every other player in our wide receiver room. We talking KJ Osborne if he makes the team. Michael Gallup if he makes the team. We talking Noah Brown. We talking Terry. Terry is great, but he can be greater. Wes Welker has been at every point of the NFL that you can be. He's been at the lowest parts and the highest parts. He's been an undrafted free agent. And to also add to Wes Welker, he was a 2-time All-Pro. He also led the league. 3 years at receptions, at the slot position. One of the best. When Deebo was there in San Fran and he was with Wes Welker and Wes Welker was coaching him up, he allowed him to get to 1,400 yards through the air, 300 yards on the ground, 1,700 all-purpose yards. It's not to say that all this belongs to Wes Welker, but Deebo talked about how helpful he was, and he said he makes everything relatable. So think about how productive you can be when you understand the material, when you understand what's going on even more. You can't help but be faster, be quicker. This year, he's looking healthy. He's boxing. He's running. He's moving fast. And he's shown that he wants to be here. And the fact that we reconstructed his deal and gave him some guaranteed money, man. And to have $17 million in guaranteed money, to have up to $20 million is everything to keep me motivated. So he's definitely motivated. And then the fact that you went out and got somebody that he loves to work under, even better. So that's better for our locker room. That's better for our team. That's better for Deebo. We about to go up, bruh. Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm out.